What is good, ladies and gentlemen? I'm finally belted in. Tarek didn't want to be on the video. I don't know why, this is fun. I'm sat so low and in the bath, and that feels so cool. The fact that I'm sat literally near the floor. This is what the Abarths need. They need to be sat, you need to be sat on the floor. It needs to be literally like the Minis. That's the one thing I've always said. On the floor, and also lower your car. So, I'm just gonna give a thumbs up to Tarek there as I'm leaving the AR headquarters. And we're literally in auto here. Let's give it a little blip. Oh my god! Oh my god, this is so cool. Okay, so I'm gonna it says I'm in auto, but fuck it, I'm going up. Let's go into manual. Straight off the bat. Okay. As you can see, I'm not in, I feel like I'm an old lady driving this thing. And as you can see, I'm not in a normal Abarth at all by any means. This thing is so customized, it's unreal. And I'm looking at the back windscreen mirror, there's a roll gauge. This thing is crazy. Right, control yourself, Nick, control yourself. Oh my god. Okay, cool. We are cool, we are okay. We are going to talk normally on the camera. Right, so this thing is 226 brake horsepower as we go into a nice bit of road. That little drop shift as well. Oh my god, yes! Okay. This thing has 226 brake horsepower from a custom map. It's got a custom air intake and a 200 sports cell cat on it as well. Now, this has also got the Garrett turbo because it was born a Competizione. So it was born, I don't know if this thing is flying in your faces. It was born with a 180 brake horsepower Competizione engine, but this thing is now 226, and as you can see, it has had a lot of modifications. So, like I said at the front there, we've had those modifications to get the 226 brake horsepower, but this thing has also got splitters from the front, carbon splitters down the sides, a bigger rear diffuser, a different exhaust, which I didn't ask him which exhaust it was, but it's got a different exhaust as well. We have an uprated racing steering wheel, these beautiful carbon fiber flappy paddle flappy paddles, that's what they are. As you can see, we are in a automatic version again, similar to Sam's the 695 that I just drove, and yeah, it's such a cool car to be in because normal Abarths obviously don't feel like this, and you don't sit so close to the ground, you don't have the flappy paddles, that carbon, and this thing is crazy. It's a crazy car, and I really enjoy it, as you can tell. Also, things to note, this thing has got a massive rear spoiler on the back as well. I know I talked about the exhaust. I'm gonna have to ask Tarek what exhaust this is because it sounds so good. It sounds really cool, but I don't really know what more to say other than you've seen my reaction on this thing. It is fucking cool. It is so cool to be in this thing, driving the way it is. It drives so aggressively. It's also had, just whilst it comes to my mind, I'm trying to think about 1,000 things at once. It's also been dropped, so it's on coilovers. And considering it's on coilovers and I'm in this massive bucket seat, this is actually kind of comfortable. Like, it's eating the bumps a lot easier than my car. My car's only on 30mm high-back springs, so whatever coilovers he's put on this kit, on this car, I'm sure I can put it in the description in the comments. They feel really good. They feel really comfortable. They're taking the bumps better, like I said, better than my car. It's also had spacers on it to make sure that it fits within the arches as well. It's got bigger brakes, bigger discs. It's just such a fucking cool car, and I love my car. Like, and I always reference my car on the channel, just because it's the kind of one which we are modifying and changing to give updates to people, to let you guys know what you can do to your cars. Like, I love my car, I think it's brilliant, but I think it needs coilovers like this thing because the comfort is unreal. And I need to put some lowering brackets because that's what he was telling me beforehand. This has got some standard lowering brackets on it with these bucket seats, which puts you this low. And honestly, my eye line is just across the top of the steering wheel, across the top of this, which is where I think you should sit because I can see the floor a lot easier, a lot quicker. It gives me that feeling that I'm in the go-kart, like you should do in these cars. And then, of course, you put your foot down with 226 brake horsepower, and it's fucking unreal. Oh my god, that guy wasn't indicating. Oh my god, this thing is so stupid. Why is it doing this? God, this car is fucking aggressive. Oh, sorry for my language there, viewers, but this is a stupid car. My car's a stupid car. This is a stupid car. It's a proper track weapon, this. Unbelievable. Same as Sam's. You give it that drop and you get that like pop and crackle. I've got to say as well, I've really got to say it with this car. So I talk about it all the time. What's the cabin noise like with an exhaust like this? This is comfortable. I think what we found out, people, is that if you have a Dorenza exhaust like mine, you're not going to get a quiet cabin out of it. So get any other exhaust if you want that. But if you want some flavour, this thing sounds beautiful. The indicator's so far forward because this wheel literally sat in front of the face. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'll say about this car. It sat too. Maybe it's because I need to sit further back, but I prefer my wheel a little bit further forward. But that's just a picky personal thing. Other things to note whilst I'm thinking about it, this car, the wheels are different as well. And as far as I was aware, they were the only ones in the UK until recently. I think they were the only ones on the Abarth. But I'll ask Tarek again when I get back, because everything he's told me has gone out the window since I've driven this thing, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing is so quick. So I'm going to have to put a lot of stuff in the comments in this section there. One thing I want to know is, if you have an Abarth like this and you've done some crazy modifications, what have you done to it? And what have you done to it to create such power out of it? Like Tarek said, he's got 226 in this, and that was done through a remap. Obviously having the Garrett turbo helped. It's got a custom air intake, and he's got a Sport 200 Sport cell. Now mine's pumping out like I was 211 brake now, with a remap, an induction kit on it, and I think that's it. That's what we've done to the engine, and that's pumping out 211. So I think with an intercooler, mine should push probably about the same as this. The experience of this car is really, really giving me some inspiration of stuff to do to mine, which is kind of, I think, why I'm doing these videos, is to hopefully show you some B-roll of the car, show you what it's got on it, talk about what it's got in the car, how it makes me feel in the driver's seat, which every single time is just me screaming and saying it's mad, but kind of give you some updates of what it's like to be in a car like this, so you can maybe take some inspiration away if you're thinking about, you know, doing stuff to your own car. So I would say this car is probably one of the funniest, stupidest Abarths I've ever driven. And yet I say that about quite a lot of the Abarths, but this one feels special. It feels special because it's such a aggressively track orientated car that if you take on a Sunday, I know the sun's not out, but I could just imagine it on a Sunday, sun's out, you go down some B roads, it's going to keep that smile on your face, and that's exactly what you want every single time. Every single time. Driving back to AR, don't want to fucking hit the splitter. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Me scream at a car for 10 minutes or so. If you like this content, obviously like, share, subscribe. Comment below what you're going to do to your car. Plenty more content to come.